See, first we will discuss Selenium WebDriver. Selenium RC outdated. Selenium IDE just record and playback tool. Even though using Selenium IDE, we can automate projects using Selenium WebDriver with any programming language, Java or Perl or Python or Ruby. Java is most widely using programming language with WebDriver, but not mandatory. Selenium WebDriver. Selenium WebDriver. It is Java interface. Observe Aarti. Selenium IDE, it has user interface. But Selenium WebDriver doesn't have any user interface. Got the point?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Then how to create tests?
By using
Observe. Selenium IDE having user interface, but WebDriver doesn't have user interface. Then how to create and execute tests?
using Selenium ID.
Without Selenium IDE also we can use WebDriver. Sridevi, can you tell me?
Sir, using programming languages.
Good. Using programming interface.
Yeah, like a Java or like Perl or Ruby.
Out of 6 languages, you can use any one. It has programming interface. Say, user interface means most of the user interfaces having programming interface also. Observe EFT tool, Sridevi, EFT has user interface na?
Yes, sir.
But programming interface also na?
Yes.
EFT has that editor. In that editor you can type scripts na?
Yes.
Otherwise generate scripts using IDE. Okay. But in Selenium IDE also, not only user interface, means menus available, menus and menu items available in Selenium IDE. It has user interface and programming interface also, but limitations, so many limitations. What are the limitations? In that programming interface, you can type commands only, but no logical statements, no conditional and loop statements in Selenium IDE. But in Selenium WebDriver, you can use conditional and loop statements and all other programming features, but no user interface. Only typing the statements and executing. What about EFT? Compare. EFT having full-fledged programming interface also na?
Yes, sir.
Full-fledged programming interface as well as user interface. Okay. WebDriver, it has programming interface. Okay. After the break, we will continue. Just a minute. Selenium WebDriver. See, it is a most important tool tool in Selenium suite. It is a most important tool in Selenium suite. Other tools are Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, Selenium Grid. Next, WebDriver allows us to execute our tests against different browsers, not just Firefox, like Selenium IDE. Selenium IDE works only on Firefox browser. It is add-on of Firefox, or you can say plugin of Firefox. But Selenium WebDriver interface, see, it is an interface, programming interface, allows us to execute tests against different browsers. Example, Firefox, Internet Explorer, Chrome, Google Chrome, etc. Suppose if it is Selenium IDE, Aarti, if it is Selenium IDE,
Only Firefox?
only works on Firefox browser. Next, WebDriver also enables us to use different programming languages for creating our tests. See, WebDriver enables us to use different programming languages to create tests. What are the supporting programming languages, Sridevi? Different programming and scripting languages that WebDriver supports. Sridevi.
Sir, I didn't.
See, in first chapter, overview on Selenium chapter we discussed now. Continue, Kamal.
So it's Java, Ruby.
Just a minute. Java, .NET, C#.NET.
C#.NET, Ruby.
Next,
Python.
PHP, hypertext preprocessor. Next, Perl,
Or
Ruby and
Python, Ruby. Say most of the Selenium developers using Java. Why Java also we discussed. Okay na? Sridevi, any confusion?
No, sir.
Different browsers. WebDriver supports different browsers to execute tests. Firefox, IE, Chrome, etc. Next, WebDriver supports different programming languages to create tests. Most of the web developers use Java. Why Java? That also we discussed. Can you tell me, Aarti, why Java? Why can't we use other languages?
It is a more help.
Yes. See, if we use Java, you can see WebDriver also developed in Java. That doesn't mean you don't need to use other languages. You can use any other language, Perl, Python, Ruby also. But most of the Selenium testers using Java, so you can get more help from internet and other sources. If we use Java, you can get more help. Suppose if we use other language, less support. Okay. Next, WebDriver environment setup. WebDriver, concentrate, important thing. WebDriver environment setup. Suppose I want to automate a web application, Selenium restricted to web only. It doesn't automate desktop applications. Already we discussed that concept. It is only for web application automation. See, if you want to automate a web application using WebDriver, then what are the things required? First one, install. Suppose we selected Java. You can use other languages also. Install Java. What is the purpose? To use Java programming concepts to create and enhance tests. See, to use Java programming concepts to create tests. Next, install Eclipse. What is the purpose of Eclipse? Tell me, Sridevi. It is IDE, Integrated Development Environment.
Yes.
IDE for
Java
programming and
Editor?
see, editor. And it provides context help also, na?
Yes, sir.
See, IDE, Integrated Development Environment for Java programming and for WebDriver interface to write and execute tests. To write and execute tests. Okay. Next, install WebDriver Java language bindings. See, Perl bindings available, Python bindings available, Ruby bindings also available. See here, we selected that Java na. Install WebDriver Java language bindings. Java language bindings. It is for testing. Next, install Firebug. Install Firebug. It is plugin. Firebug plugin. What is the purpose of Firebug? Firebug plugin, Sridevi?
For debugging purpose.
Not debugging. Name different. Don't form the definition using that name. Firebug plugin. I already explained this concept in overview on Selenium chapter. Install Firebug plugin to inspect elements. See how you inspect the object in a UFT tool using object spina.
Sir.
The same way Firebug is for inspecting elements. See in UFT terminology is object. Here we use element, HTML elements. Element means object, isn't it?
Yes.
To inspect web elements. Say install Firebug plugin to inspect elements. Elements means objects in Firefox browser. See, in our training program we use Firefox. Suppose if you want to use Internet Explorer, Internet Explorer having developer tools own, you don't need to install anything. Next, if you want to use Google Chrome also having developer tool that is built in. Using the developer tool, you can inspect elements. Got the point, Kamal?
Sir. Yes, sir.
If you want to use Internet Explorer or Google Chrome browser, they have built-in developer tool to inspect elements. If you want to use Firefox browser, you need to install Firebug plugin. It is not built in. You need to download and install. Getting this point?
Yes, sir.
Then environment is ready. Environment is ready. Tell me, Sridevi, WebDriver. I want to automate a web application using WebDriver. What are the required installations for that WebDriver?
Java, install Java.
Install Java. Next.
Install Java ID, that is Eclipse for interface.
Install Eclipse. Eclipse not only for Java, for other programming also.
Yeah.
Okay. Install Java. Next install Eclipse. Next install
WebDriver binding.
WebDriver Java bindings in our scenario. Next, fourth one.
If it is Firefox, we need to install the plugin Firebug.
Good. To inspect elements. Okay. This is only theory. Practical I will show. Already you know how to install Java, download Java from Oracle site and install. Then set that environment variable path. After that install, no need to install Eclipse. See if I write no installation not required. Download Eclipse enough. It has a executable file now. You directly click on this executable file, isn't it, Aarti?
Yeah, yes, sir.
For Java installation required, but for Eclipse no installation. Just download Eclipse software and unzip, that is zipped version. Unzip, it has that Eclipse folder has Eclipse executable file. Just click that file. enough. Before that, in between Java and Eclipse, you need to set environment variable, path variable. Okay. Next, just here install WebDriver. Actually, this is also not installation. Not installation. Add WebDriver Java binding files, jar files. Just add that files, no installation, but plugin installation. Now, conclusion. Observe Kamal, understand the concept? Now tell me, install
Yes, sir.
Java. For Java installation required. Next, what about this one, Eclipse? No installation.
No installation, just download.
You can just download Eclipse software and unzip that folder having executable file. Just click that executable file. Okay. But how Java software communicates with Eclipse?
Setup environment
Yes.
for
See, observe just a minute. First, install Java. Okay. Next, set path environment variable. You know how to set. Next, download and unzip Eclipse software. No need to install. Next, download and add. Where? In Eclipse. Download WebDriver Java language. Binding and add WebDriver jar files. Where, Aarti? Where we need to add jar files?
In a WebDriver, in a file.
Tell me, Sridevi, where we need to Java.
Eclipse, in Eclipse?
Eclipse. 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 Next, last one, install Firebug plugin. For Firefox browser. If you want to use Firefox browser. If you want to use IE Chrome, developer tool available, built-in. Now, got the clarity? Tell me, Muhammad Kamal, got the clarity?
Install Java.
Install Java, that is installation. Download and install. Say download and
Download
install. Say
Sir, Java means JDK, right?
JDK better. If you download JDK, then you can execute Java programs from Eclipse and from command prompt also.
Yes.
That JDK having Java C command, Java compiler command.
Yes.
So you can execute Java programs from command prompt and Eclipse. Okay na?
Yes, sir.
Download and install. Tell me, download and install Java. Okay.
Then set environmental variable path.
Set environment variable path in order to access Java from any directory in C drive. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Next.
Then download WebDriver for Java language binding.
And add that jar files in Eclipse.
Jar file for Eclipse.
Jar files in Eclipse. Next. Last
And
one.
Then install Firefox plugin.
Where we install Firebug, Sridevi?
In Eclipse.
Eclipse. No.
Firefox browser.
Firefox browser. Observe. Where? Firefox browser. See. Install on Firefox browser. Firefox browser. Observe. WebDriver. In Java Eclipse, add Java, Sridevi, Java. Where we install Java? Eclipse or Firefox?
No, in our
Bin directory. On
Operating system. Suppose in our scenario example, Microsoft Windows. In our, you can install on Unix also, Linux also, but in our scenario, Windows. Clear? Sridevi, is it clear?
yes, sir.
Where we install Java? On operating
In
system.
our system.
In our operating system. If it is Windows or Linux or Unix, whatever it might be. Where we install WebDriver language bindings, where we add language bindings?
In Eclipse.
Eclipse. What about Eclipse? For Eclipse, no installation required.
Yes, we can download.
Yes, download and unzip executable file available in that Eclipse folder. Directly click that executable file. Then it will launch Eclipse IDE. Okay na? Next, where we install Firebug plugin?
Firefox browser.
Firefox browser. Okay na, Muhammad Kamal? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is only theory part. Okay. Next come Java. Already we downloaded and installed. We discussed that concept in previous chapters. Next, Eclipse also we downloaded and unzipped. Next, download WebDriver language bindings. See. Where? From where? What is the source? Aarti, what is the source for downloading Selenium tools? SeleniumHQ.org.
Oracle, yeah.
ORG. SeleniumHQ.org. Otherwise, you type this one. Selenium WebDriver download. Download WebDriver. See, Selenium HQ org. Otherwise, direct launch that site and download. Here observe, Selenium client WebDriver language bindings. Here Java, C Sharp, Ruby, Python, etc. See, download this Java bindings. Download. See, save. Small software. Where it downloaded? Just a minute. Okay, suppose language bindings available in D drive. It's also zipped one. Unzip this one. Extract all. Extract all. Okay, extracted. Next, launch Eclipse. Create a Java project.
Sir, can I ask you a question? Can we download it in C drive or we have to download in other drive? Like in your case, you downloaded it in D drive?
Anywhere.
Okay.
Any look.
Okay.
Actually, in my computer, that my downloads folder not working properly. That's why I copied to D drive. Not actually not required. You download in any hard disk drive or folder. No issue.
Okay.
Just browse that path enough.
Okay. Thank you.
First download to any location in your hard disk and unzip that folder, isn't it?
Okay.
Enough.
Oh, yeah.
Enough.
Yeah, I got it.
Then leave it. Then launch Eclipse. Launch Eclipse. In Eclipse, create Java project. Suppose Selenium. Package Java. Why it's asking? Just a minute. Java project package Selenium. Okay. Any meaningful name you can use. Package created. See, select this SRC. Just a minute. Just a minute. Where is this Selenium WebDriver sample? Okay. That's Selenium sample, previous one. Here select this one. Select this SRC. Source. Build path. Build path. Observe once again. What is this Selenium? What is this Selenium, Sridevi? What is this Selenium?
Package.
Java package, na?
Yes, sir.
See, expand. Here select source src and right click, build path. Where is that build path? Build path. Next, configure build path. Just a minute. Tell me the navigation. If project not available, create Java project. Under this Java project, select src and right click, next build path, next configure build path. Observe, project created, Selenium, src, select, right click, build path, configure build path. Here libraries, select libraries tab, select libraries tab. Just a minute. Select libraries tab, libraries tab. Next, click on add external jars. Observe Aarti. Click on add external jars. Next, browse path of the WebDriver jars what we downloaded. Next, add. Once again, tell me Sridevi, tell me this complete navigation for adding WebDriver jars to Eclipse.
Create project.
Create project created, Selenium project.
Source.
Just a minute. What is this previous one? Delete this one in order to avoid the confusion. Create project. I created Selenium project. Selenium, this is Java
Package.
project.
Yes. Source.
Expand. Select src and right click. Continue.
Build path. Configure build path.
Build path. Configure build path. Select libraries tab.
Select libraries.
Next, click add external jars. Here browse path. Suppose I stored in D drive. Observe Aarti. Suppose your jar files available in downloads downloads folder in C drive. You just browse that path.
Yes, yes, sir.
See,
Thank you.
Selenium Java. Welcome. Here in libs also so many jar files. Before that, you select these two. Open, added. Again click add external jars. Open this libs folder. Select all. Control A. Open. Added. Okay. Okay. Now WebDriver Java language bindings loaded. Okay. Next, just a minute. Loaded na?
Yes, sir.
Loaded. You can check this one. Reference libraries. Okay. Next, prerequisites. Just prerequisites to create automated tests. Prerequisites to create automated tests. First, import WebDriver libraries. See, import WebDriver libraries. You know that import keyword na Kamal already we used na for importing library files.
Yes, sir.
Earlier we imported internal libraries. This is external library we downloaded and added. Okay. Import WebDriver libraries and Firefox for every class. But it shows context help, then you can select Firefox driver library. If you want to use Internet Explorer driver library. If you want to use other browser, Chrome, you add that Firefox, Chrome driver. If you want to use Firefox browser, add Firefox driver library, IE driver library, or this one Chrome driver library. This is one step. Okay, imported. Next, create driver object. Next, using web element locators, using web element. Here no object repository. First of all, in Selenium, no object repository. Using web element locators. Locators means element means, what is the element?
Object.
Object. What is locator? Suppose in UFT we use property na, object property.
Yeah.
Suppose browser, property, title. Suppose link, property, text. Same way here also using locators means properties. Using web element locators and methods. Write object call statements. Remember Sridevi, in UFT test object statements are there na?
Yes, sir.
And programmatic statements also there na? Conditional statements, loop statements.
Yes.
Here also object calls are test object statements and programmatic statements also. Say use web elements locators and methods to write object call statements. See, using web element locators and methods, write object call statements or object statements. Next, in addition, insert Java programmatic statements to enhance tests. Insert Java. If it is UFT, we insert VB script statements. Here we selected Java, use Java programmatic statements to enhance tests. Enough. You can create tests. Tell me these prerequisites, Kamal. Observe, just a minute. My requirement is creating automated tests using WebDriver. Creating automated tests using WebDriver interface. Tell me the prerequisites or steps.
First, import WebDriver libraries and Firefox driver library.
Next,
second, create driver objects.
Object single, not multiple.
Object.
Create driver object. Next, third step.
Third is using web element, which is object. Locator, which is properties. And methods, write object call statement.
Next.
Insert Java programmatic statement to enhance tests.
Good. Okay, now Sridevi, any confusion?
No, sir, it's clear.
Okay, cool. Now, select one class. See, file, every test is one class. See, here observe, source folder Selenium SRC, package WebDriver sample. Here, one example. Suppose get, any meaningful name you can use. Get browser title. Get browser title. Okay. So you can write a comment also. Here steps. Launch Firefox browser. Launch. See, comments optional. Firefox browser. Next, launch Firefox browser means with the blank URL. Next, navigate to Google home page. Next, capture the URL and display. Here no verification, just plain test. Display. Understand my test requirement, Aarti? My test requirement.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next.
Launch Firefox browser, navigate to the Google Home and capture the URL and display.
Display. Just a display here, no verification. Verification we will discuss later. Okay. First, simple example. Suppose I don't know that WebDriver libraries and Firefox library file syntax. No issue. You just start create object. Just start create object. WebDriver, you need to remember this syntax. WebDriver, driver, not only driver, you can use the ABCD also. WebDriver, driver equal to new Firefox. Here left side WebDriver interface, right side Firefox driver class. Firefox driver semicolon. See, it is showing error. Syntax correct, but showing error. Why? We didn't import that libraries. If you know the library file names, you type that import statements. Otherwise, just create driver. Then it will guide you. Observe Aarti. What is this one? Import
Firefox driver
Firefox
org.
driver.
Yeah.
See, imported na automatically generated that import statement na.
Yes, sir. In
Next,
the after the package name, yeah.
Here import WebDriver. Okay. Imported na WebDriver binding.
Yes,
WebDriver library
yes,
also.
Sir.
Enough. Now error removed. Next, driver. Say this first statement object created na. What will happen? First one launch. It launches Firefox browser with blank URL. Just a minute. Run. Just a minute. Why it is not working? Cannot be launched at no recent launches. Just a minute. Type one more step. Driver dot get method. No proposals. What is the problem? Just a minute.
Maybe driver is some.
Driver, okay. Driver dot see WebDriver driver new.
Should be new WebDriver or
new WebDriver, new Firefox driver semicolon. Actually, it has to launch that one. Okay. Her driver dot no proposals. Any problem? Open QA Selenium WebDriver. Open QA Selenium Firefox driver.
Maybe the WebDriver sample driver it comes maybe because the package name is WebDriver sample. Is
okay, that is not the issue. Actually, just a minute. That is not the issue. Okay. I understood the issue. Understood. Try to identify the problem.
Public static main void. Okay.
Identify the problem na, Sridevi. What was the problem?
Main.
Hello? We didn't use main method na.
Main method.
Earlier we didn't write main method. Program execution starts from main na.
Yes, sir.
See. Now corrected. Driver dot see methods coming, available methods coming. This is context help. Who is providing this context help? Eclipse. See driver dot get method. Get provide the URL. Just a minute. Just run this program. Okay na Sridevi? Browser launched and navigated to google.com na?
Yes, sir.
Suppose you try with another one. Run the program. Okay na? Kamal?
Yes, sir.
Write comment for this last statement, Sridevi. What is the get method? Get of URL. What is the functionality of that method? What is the operation
Navigate.
of navigates the specified URL. Okay na?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Navigates to the specified URL. Next, object dot close. Guess the functionality of this close method, Arti.
It will close that URL.
Browser. Closing browser, not URL.
Your browser. It will close that.
Closes the browser. Just run the program. Okay na? Close it na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But our intention is not only closing, capture the URL and display. Capture the URL and display. Okay. For capturing that one, you need one variable string. Suppose capture URL or title. Suppose I want title. You can capture URL also. Methods available, no issue. Capture a string. You can capture URL also. String title equal to driver dot get title semicolon. See it will capture. If I want to display this one, I want to display this title. Tell me, Sridevi, I want to display the title. Our requirement is yes. Our requirement is launch browser, navigate to Google Home, capture the title of the browser, and display. System
.out.println.
.out.println. Just a minute. Println of title. You can write message also. Otherwise, direct that string. Semicolon. Okay. Observe Kamal. Run the program. Okay na? Observe this output console. What it is showing? Google. Okay. Okay na Sridevi? This test. Okay. I will show another one. Just a minute. Sample 1. Say what are the important methods, how to inspect elements, that we will discuss next weekend. Today, writing one or two sample programs, verifying the WebDriver environment setup, and write one or two sample tests. Next, observe. Enhance this one, just enhancement. Same, just enhancement. Launch Firefox browser. Observe Muhammad Kamal. Just I am enhancing this requirement. Launch Firefox browser, navigate to Google Home, capture the title and verify with expected. Suppose my expected is, as per developer's information, my expected is Google. Verify that one. How to verify? Say here string, write in a meaningful variable string name, actual equal to get, next condition required, condition, write if actual dot, any spell mistake?
Sir, typo, that's why.
Okay.
Actual typo there.
Just a minute. Actual dot content equals method. See, methods and object locators. What are the important locators that we will discuss next week? See, content equals of, you can write expected. Where is expected? Suppose block of code. Write any meaningful message. System dot out dot println of test passed. You can write any meaningful message. Close curly braces, else, again open curly braces, the same line or next line, failed. Run. Observe Sridevi, what is the output?
Sir, it's passed.
Test
because
passed
it
na?
matches the unit.
See, in this test we inserted a small verification capturing the title and comparing with the expected. Tester has to prepare the expected data na? Kamal. See, you have to prepare expected result. Any confusion, Aarti?
No, I got it, sir. Thank you.
Tester only prepares test data na? Using,
yes, sir.
Using, see, some test data we collect, some expected result we collect from requirements. Sometimes collecting from developers also, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Suppose it is new application, you don't know that title name or error messages. You have to collect from developers, but most of the expected result derived from requirements, isn't it?
Yeah, requirements. Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, see, we used only browser. I will show one more example with other elements. Say, launch Google homepage, click Gmail link. Click Gmail link. Simple operation. Put note. Launch Gmail homepage and click on launch Google homepage. Google homepage and click on Gmail link. See, driver object important, mandatory. See, we need to, you're working with object na, download and install Firebug. We need to work with objects, means web elements. Firebug download. See, it is also free, free software. See, add to Firefox. See, install now. See, installation successful. Relaunch. Observe this one, Kamal.
Yes, sir.
Suppose, click this one. I want to click on this Gmail link. See, take this marker and show Gmail. See, what are the important locators that we will discuss later. Just I am using link text for Gmail. What are the important locators that we will discuss later? Just a minute. Driver dot find elements by dot link text of, what is the text name? Gmail dot, just a minute, Gmail only na, link text, this one capital, dot, still find element, driver dot find element by link text Gmail. It is not showing. Oh, it deleted that statement. Just a minute. No proposal. Driver dot get URL. Okay. Next, driver dot find element by link text.
I think you have to import the first one, import by version.
Import one more class, that is. This is also a library. Observe Kamal. For object identification, one more library required, that by ID, by name, by link text. Next, click operation na, click operation. Next, driver close. Observe what will happen. Observe manual navigation. Launch browser, navigate to google.com, click on Gmail link. This is the output. Run. Launching browser, navigating to google.com, click and close. Just a minute, close, comment it. Okay na Sridevi? Requirement fulfilled na?
Yes, sir.
Observe, in this browser no firebug na?
Yes.
It's launched by WebDriver na? Just a minute. See, last example for the day. One more example. One more. Just a minute. My test is Gmail login functionality. See, forget about inserting verification point, just plain navigation. Gmail login. For Gmail login, tell me the steps. See, from scratch. See, last example for the day. See. Just a minute. Block of lines. Block of comment block. see main requirement, Gmail login. Tell me the steps, Aarti, steps. First step,
go launch Google.
Launch the browser.
Launch the browser.
Next,
navigate to
Google? Not Google, Gmail na.
Or directly Gmail. Okay. I thought we have to
you can use direct URL. Otherwise, from Gmail, from Google also you can. Anyhow, that Gmail is subdomain of Google, not independent domain. Got the point?
Yeah.
Subdomain
so
of
navigate
Gmail.
to Gmail.
YouTube separate domain. That is also Google product. Navigate to Gmail home page. Next, third
login.
First enter.
Login. That username and password, right? Yeah. Enter username.
Just a minute. This is Gmail home. Enter email. Enter password.
Email and the password.
Click on sign in button.
And sign in.
Sign in button. Just a minute. Enter email. Next, enter
Password.
Next,
click on sign in
button. Click on sign in, single word. Okay, anyhow these are steps only na. Sign in. This is my requirement. Okay, any tested or optional. Now tell me. Oh, I removed that class name also, na? Okay, no problem. How to create class? Class. Gmail login. Okay. Next. Tell me, Sridevi, guide me. First create public method. Main method.
Yes, sir. Public static void main string arguments.
Public static void main string. Just a minute. Make it public. See, rename, compile it to Gmail login. Okay. Just a minute. String. This is block curly braces. Guide me, Sridevi. Guide me. Continue. Next, first step, create a driver.
Yes, sir.
Create driver.
I don't know the exact step.
Web. You need to remember this one. No context help. Webdriver See, decap, WebDriver. Next, any name for driver object. Any name for driver object. Not only driver.
ABCD.
Yes.
ABCD
Suppose ABCD equal to new
Firefox
driver blank parenthesis semicolon.
Semicolon.
But still it is showing error. Why?
Because we have to add that class, that
import libraries. See, first
import libraries.
select this place mouse pointer here WebDriver. See, import WebDriver, imported. Next, Firefox, import Firefox, imported. Okay, na Sridevi?
Yes,
first step over. What is the first step? This one. Launch browser. If you create an object, it will launch blank. It will launch a browser with blank URL. Okay. Next, fulfill second step. My second step is navigate to Gmail home page.
The name of that object ABCD.
Name of the object. Dot get.
And we have to put in the parentheses that HTTP, the URL name. URL, yeah.
Yes. See.
Double quote, semicolon.
HTTP. What is that URL?
www.gmail.com.
Okay. Just execute this one. Run. Okay, na Sridevi? Gmail home, not Google home.
Yes, sir.
Launched. Okay. Second step over. Okay. Just a minute. Next, fulfill third step, Sridevi. Enter email. Here object required na. ABCD dot find element. Element means
Object.
By suppose ID. This ID is one of the property of that object. Here error na. Import by class, that library. Okay. By ID. Just a minute. Find that one. Gmail. I want to work with this email edit box. See, click this Firebug. Take this arrow, this mouse pointer. Take this pointer. Show the email. Here is showing this blue color. ID. What is the ID value? Kamal. ID value.
Email.
Email. Otherwise, you can by name, by ID or by name. By name, what is the name? Name also same.
Email. Email one, I think. Email is on.
Email only. Actually, it is in not dragging. Actually, email only. Okay, na Kamal, any confusion?
Sir, what by stands for?
By, that is class.
Okay.
For locating. See, observe. We loaded that library na. Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes.
We loaded that library file na.
Right.
That is already predefined. Suppose you can use ID or name anyone. See, remember that UFT descriptive programming, we use single property or multiple properties, na?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Here also single or multiple, but single, most of the time single property enough. By ID of...
And sir, over here you always start from the package. And while you are doing programming, you start with the project.
Yes. Say package means group of classes. In our scenario, group of tests.
Okay.
Next, project means group of packages.
Okay.
Group of packages by ID. What is the ID? Sridevi, what is the ID value? Suppose first of all, how to get that ID value? ID value. Firebug. Take this pointer. Show the email. Add box. What is the ID value?
Email.
Email. Just a minute. Email. Here we are just finding that element. Then what is that? What is the operation? Enter some value, na? Dot, another method required. Send keys. You need to remember these methods that we will discuss in next weekend. Send keys of value. Suppose GCR India. Syntax error. Okay. What is this one? See, locating email edit box and entering a value. Next, same password. Tell me the statement, Kamal. I want to enter password. Password also add box.
So
object
ABCD dot find element.
Find element by is predefined library by dot. Suppose this time I want to use name property. Name. You can use ID also. Unique. Take unique, but here both are unique. Just a minute. Take this mouse pointer and show the password. What is the password ID?
Password.
Pass WD na. Otherwise, if you want to take name, I am going to use name property. What is the value of name property?
Same as that.
Pass WD. Pass WD, not password. External password, but internal pass WD. See. Pass WD dot. What's the problem here? Double quotes, two double quotes. Dot send keys method, entering value. First identifying and entering value. Password. Okay. Next, comment. Locating password. Locating password edit box and entering a value. Sridevi, last statement. What is that last statement? Just a minute.
Click on sign in.
Click on sign in button. Object. You try to use object name as driver, that is standard but not rule. ABCD dot find element by suppose by dot ID within double quotes, take that ID. How to get that sign in object ID value?
Show the
first
plugin.
click this Firebug. Click this mouse pointer, take the pointer and show this sign in. Observe this one, blue color marking.
Yes, sign in.
Sign in, I capital. See, sensitive as it is, take exact value. Here operation is not send keys, means entering value now. What is the operation here? Click na.
Click.
Click. See, click. Okay. Next.
Close
browser. At the end.
We want to display also, right, sir? We want to display first and then close.
Here actually completed, our navigation completed. Isn't it?
Yeah.
We didn't discuss any verification point, only plain navigation. 5 steps completed. 5 steps completed. See, just a minute. Verification we will discuss later. Just identifying objects and performing operations. Just a minute. Here, close also, I didn't write. Okay. Run the program. Just a minute. No browser. Run. See, launching browser, Gmail, entering email password. Observe Sridevi. Mail open na?
Yes.
Okay. Okay na, Kamal?
Yes, sir.
Just a minute. To try to identify the keywords. What is this ABCD, Kamal? What is this ABCD? Driver object. Driver object na?
Yeah, it's a WebDriver object.
Driver object. Observe. This is get. What is this get, Aarti?
Method name.
Method name. What is this one? URL. It is string. Okay. Next, Sridevi. What is this find element?
Methods.
Method. Okay. Next, what is this by?
By is class.
Class. A predefined library.
Predefined.
What is this ID? What is this ID? Element locator. Name is one locator, ID is one locator. Okay na?
Yes.
These are, sir, property?
Property. Actually in UFT terminology is property, object property. Here terminology is element locator. Getting? Observe. Don't confuse. Don't confuse. Element. In UFT, see, just a minute. In Selenium, terminology varies, but concept same. UFT. Object. Element. Next, locator. Property. Okay na? Kamal, any confusion?
Maybe UFT is a function and Selenium is a method.
Pardon?
Selenium method and UFT is functions.
No. UFT also methods now we use. Suppose browser of google.close. What is that close?
Yeah, that's the method. Yeah.
Method only. See, VB script also object-based program, object-based scripting language, object-based. In VB script also object concept is there, method concept is there. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Just don't confuse. Selenium for launching this URL, just a minute. For closing browser, what statement we used earlier? Suppose my requirement is close browser. UFT, just a minute. UFT. Tell me, Sridevi, UFT statement.
Close.
Suppose browser, this is object, test object of Google dot close. This close is method only. Suppose this is the object repository based. Suppose if it is descriptive code, you can directly map descriptive code, but not object identification. That is a tool feature. See, browser of suppose title or creation time, title colon equal to Google dot close. Now Selenium. Tell me, Sridevi, Selenium. Suppose object name driver dot
Close.
Driver dot close. Suppose enter a value into edit box in UFT. Parent child hierarchy. Browser dot page of suppose title colon equal to, see, most of the time home page title and browser title same. Next page onwards vary. Google dot web edit of. Generally for edit boxes in web environment, what is the important property? Tell me, Aarti.
Web.
I think
element.
Name, not element. I think name.
Web.
For web.
Edit. Web.
What is the unique property in? What is the unique property for edit boxes in web environment? Sridevi, got the question?
Web edit.
Web edit is test object name. My question is, what is the unique property for recognizing edit box in web environment? Edit box in web environment means web edit only. See, tools, object identification, select web, select web edit. Here you can use HTML tag or name property na.
Yes, HTML tag, yeah, mandatory, yeah, system. Okay.
See, just a minute, just a minute. Name, suppose name email. You have to take exact value. Okay. Suppose name property value is email dot
HTML tag.
Set one property enough. If it is unique, one is enough na.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, you can provide multiple properties. Comma HTML tag equal to something like set value GCR India. This is my email example. Same statement. Write Sridevi. Same statement. Enter a value into 8 box.
Yes, like driver name dot method.
Observe. See this first one. What is the first one? What is the first one? Close.
Driver.
Close the browser. Comment VB script comment. Okay. Second one. Enter a value into edit box, but in this one in UFT, if you want to perform any operation on child object, parent child hierarchy required na. Here browser dot close means operation on parent object. Suppose if you want to perform operation on child object, you need to write parent child hierarchy. If you want to perform any operation on subchild object, you need to write that hierarchy. See, browser parent, page child, web edit is subchild. Write the same operation in Selenium, Sridevi. Object driver
Method
dot
method.
What is that method? Find
Text link.
The element.
Find element. Find.
He has to be okay.
Just
he has to be uppercase.
Find element. Find element
Of class.
of
Class dot
of
element
by
dot element locator.
dot ID or name. Next, that property value. Okay, in this scenario, use that same value. ID of what is that one?
Email in that case, maybe.
Email dot send keys of GCR India semicolon. Observe this statement. Okay. Driver ABCD, but driver anything. Suppose if it is driver. Observe Sridevi. Any confusion?
No, sir.
Okay na? Statement okay na?
Yes.
Here you try to observe this one. Just last 2 minutes. Observe Kamal. What is this browser? Come to this UFT terminology, QTP terminology. What is this browser? Test object. What is
Test
this
object.
title? Property. One of the property of Browser object.
Property and value.
What is that? Google.
Google is the
That
value.
property value. What is this?
Yeah.
Page. Page also
Yes.
test object. Means child test object. Child of browser.
Child test object.
Next title. What is this title? Property.
Property
What is this?
and
Google.
is the value.
Value. What is this? Web edit.
Subchild object.
Subchild object. Okay. Browser is parent object. Page is child object. Web edit is subchild object. Correct. Subchild object. Next, what is this name?
Names property.
Property. Yes. That subchild object unique property. What is this? Email.
Value.
Property value. What is this? Set.
Set is method.
Method. What is this? GCR India. Value.
Value.
Value. Email. That the email value na.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Next,
sir.
try to analyze this one. This driver is object. Find element
Is
method.
method. Yes.
Method. Next, by is built-in
Class.
library. That predefined library. ID is
Element
locator.
Element locator.
Element locator.
Element
This
locator.
email is
Value.
value.
Locator value.
Value. Next,
Property
syntax
value.
is again
Object.
method.
Method.
Next, GCR India is that email value na.
Value.
See here used this value. Observe Sridevi, in this UFT example we used only one method for each statement, but
Yes.
here we used two methods. Why? One method for object identification, isn't it?
Yes.
Another method for
Entering the value.
entering value. Okay na? Just a minute. This last one. Another type, another object. Suppose object name ABCD. Okay, leave it. This find element method for identifying the sign in button na.
Yes.
This click
Yes, sir.
Method which returns
operation on that object. Observe the selected one. Find element email. Object identification. That find element method for object identification. Send keys method for entering value. This entering value is operation na.
Operation, yeah.
See, this first method for object identification. Second method for performing
Entering
operation on that object. Next, observe last statement, last line. This selected one. What is this? What is the functionality of this selected one? Arti. Identifying the object. Sign in button. Next, what is the functionality of this another method?
Performing the operations on the sign in button click.
Yes, performing operation on that object. First identifying, then performing operation. Okay na Sridevi, any confusion?
It's clear, sir.
Okay. We'll meet next weekend,
Thank you, sir.
Saturday. Welcome.